Hey everybody, it's Reed Comics 81, and I've got a ton of books to show off this time around, so I'm just going to go ahead and jump right in. And I'm going to start off with a couple of LCS pickups. Shout out to Mint Comic Hunter. He showed this book off in one of his more recent videos. This is Green Lantern Corps Quarterly number 8. And this is a pretty tough book to find. It is the last issue of this series, and I'm not sure if it's low printed or what, but this is a cameo appearance, first cameo appearance of Kyle Rayner, and I paid $5.50 for this near mint copy. Let's see, at another shop, I found this Thor Annual number 18. I guess this is the first appearance of Thor or Loki as a female. I don't know. I don't watch the Loki series. I don't really watch much on Netflix, so I'm just going by what I see you guys show and what you guys talk about. So this was half off, $3, so I figured I'd pick it up for $1.50. Still in the bag and sealed, although the bag has seen better days. That's looking rough up there. Anyway, that's a pretty good pickup. That's all I've got for the LCS pickups this time around. Let's move into some eBay purchases. Was happy to find this Spidey Super Stories number 38. This is the Whitman variant. I don't think there are too many issues of this series that had Whitman variants. I think there may be only like 3 or 4, but this makes my second Whitman of this series. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get all the Whitmans since I have the series completed. All right, also picked this up. This actually just came in the mail about 10 minutes ago. This is Marvel Team Up number 79, and this is an interesting book. This is where Mary Jane Watson becomes Red Sonja. It's either that or Red Sonja inhabits, like switches places with Mary Jane. I don't know. I skimmed through it, and it's a little bit confusing, but yeah, high grade copy of this, and I want to say I paid $10 for this total. Good book. All right. I also went to a collectible shop out of town yesterday and found a pretty big stack of books, and these were all $1.50 each. I must have went through about 100 long boxes, maybe 150. I went through a ton of books. I was there for like 4 hours, and I did some serious deep diving in these boxes and found some pretty good stuff. Found a bunch of Conan books, but I'm only going to show this one. This is number 272. This is a low print later issue, and this is a near mint copy of that. I think I need about 20 more Conan books, and I'll have that series completed. Also picked this up, Thor number 387. This is the first cameo appearance of a Celestial named Exitar. And from what I know about this Celestial, the Exitars, that's not his actual name, Exitar. And Exitar is a kind of Celestial, kind of like there are different Watchers, and they all have different names. But this character is called Exitar, and this is his first cameo appearance. And I was also able to find a direct edition of 388, which is Exitar's first full appearance. And I was able to find a couple of newsstand copies as well. So I was happy to get those, except this one presents beautifully, and it's got some really dark, rich blue right here. As you can see, these two are kind of faded to the point where this one looks almost purple, but the back cover of this one is all wrinkled up. But I got it anyway because eventually I'm going to get a press, and I'm going to use this book and books like this to practice my pressing skills on one day. So yeah, happy to get those. Also picked this up, West Coast Avengers 4 near mint copy, First Master Pandemonium. I was really happy to find another copy of this, FF15 second series, first Valeria Richards. I thought it was a near mint copy. I got it home, and there's a small tear on the upper back corner, but for $1.50, I figured that was a pretty good deal anyway. Was really happy to find this in there. This is World War Hulk number 5, and this is the first cameo appearance of Scar. He shows up on the last page in this, and this is a $30 to $40 book. This isn't near mint. It's got a pretty big spine tick right here. You can't really see it, but you can see it on the back cover. But I figured for $1.50, why not? Also picked up another copy of X-Men 11. Found another one of these. Figured I'd go ahead and grab it, an unbagged version of Thor Annual 18. Okay. I've also seen a bunch of people showing this book off. This is Invincible Iron Man number 9. And what is this? I'm not even sure who this is the first appearance of. I know it's the first appearance of somebody, but I don't remember who. If you guys know, go ahead and put it in the comments down below if you would. I'd appreciate it. Also found this. This is a book that I pick up every single time I find it for $1. This is Ghost Rider Spirits of Vengeance number 9. And this is the first appearance of this character, and his name is Vengeance. This is probably my 5th or 6th copy of this book. Also picked this up because this is a newsstand copy, X-Men 36. First appearance of this character right here. I cannot remember his name to save my life. But he's a pretty cool character, and the way that you know this is a newsstand copy is right up here under the number. You've got this CC right there. That means that it's a newsstand copy. So happy to get that near mint copy of that. Here's a hot book. This is Fantastic Four Annual number 25, and this is the first appearance of, I forgot to write this one down too. I've got a list here with some notes on it, but I forgot to write down some things. This is the first appearance of a character. I think his name is Chronopolis, and there's some other characters in here. It's a team. I forget. You guys go ahead and look this up. It's FF25, but this is going for $30, $40 right now. Newsstands are hitting $50. So I found 2 copies of that. And finally found a copy of this, another book that I've seen a ton of people show off all the time. This is Avengers Arena number 1. I did put this on my notes. This is the first appearance of Cullen Bloodstone. All right, here's a book that's under the radar. I'm not sure how many people are picking this up, but I would if I were you. This is FF272, and this is the first appearance of Nathaniel Richards. He shows up on the last page, and I don't know, this is one of those books where it's like some people consider it a cameo, some people consider it the first full. So if you want to be on the safe side, you might want to pick up 273 also. He's on the cover of that one. A lot of times that cover appearance will determine whether it's the first full or not. Another book I was really happy to find. This is Fantastic Four 570, and this is the first appearance of the Council of Reeds, who some are speculating will show up in the MCU at some point. It's just a bunch of different versions of Reed Richards from different timelines and stuff. It's really cool. And this is probably my 3rd or 4th copy of this, and this is a near mint copy of that. Okay, also while I was there, I picked this up for $6, Marvel Team Up 21. No big deal there, just working on that run. All right, let's move this right along. I still got a whole bunch of books to show. So I went to a collectible shop. I had $35 worth of credit there, so I figured I hadn't been there in a while. I figured I'd pop in and see what they had. Found a few things. Solo Avengers number 1. These were all 50 cents, these books I'm about to show you. And this is the first appearance of a character named Trickshot. And I actually was able to find 4 copies of that. So I figured that was a pretty good pickup for $2 total. Okay. Another book I was really happy to find. This has been on my radar for about a month and just wasn't able to locate a copy and didn't want to pay $15 on eBay. And this is Captain America 342. This is the first appearance of Rock Python. He is one of the members of the Serpent Society. He's got a cameo in another book. It's that book with the first appearance of Battlestar, but this is his first full appearance. And I was actually able to find 3 newsstand copies of that for 50 cents each. They actually had 4 or 5 more copies of this, which I don't know where they came from, but I thought that was kind of weird. But The other ones weren't in very good condition, and who needs more than 3 anyway? So got those for $1.50 total. Got another copy of Star Brand #1, the newsstand edition, for 50 cents. I already have this, but this is a very high-grade copy of this, Daredevil 162. It is a all Steve Ditko issue. He does the cover and he does the interior arts. So I could not leave that behind for 50 cents. Also found this, Avengers Unplugged #5. This is a flip book. It's got that blank box down there. And on the other side is, let me go ahead and open this up and show you guys what's on the other side of this, so you can look for it if you want to. On the other side is Untold Tales of Spider-Man #10, newsstand edition. There's no price on it. On the direct editions, there'll be a price there. But on the newsstand with no price, you're going to have this on the back. And this is the first appearance of Photon, and this book right here, this is, I'm not sure if people are getting this kind of money for it, but this is being listed at like, I don't know, $200-300 on eBay. So yeah, a lot of times you'll find this book in the Spider-Man section. It'll have that. So yeah, pretty good book to look for out there, guys. I think this is probably under a lot of people's radars. So yeah, glad to get that for 50 cents. Let's see, also picked up a couple of copies of the Superman 10-cent adventure. And what do I want to show next? Okay, yeah. You know, every now and then you come across a book that stops you dead in your tracks and makes you go, what in the heck is that? And this book did that to me. This is Real Life Comics presents Health Man, the AIDS Crisis. And I didn't know what this was, so I picked it up and looked through it. This, first of all, this pose right here kind of looks like a Rob Liefeld ripoff to me. But anyway, I don't want to make too much fun of this book because, you know, it's focused on the AIDS crisis, and that's a serious issue. But Health Man, I got to show you this. I was skimming through this, and after Health Man gets his powers, this is one of the strangest things I've ever seen in a comic book, you guys. His girlfriend, it's either his girlfriend or his wife, walks in on him in the bedroom. And he's actually juggling this infant with his feet. And she's like, Doug, what on earth are you doing? And he says, testing the extent of my new powers. Here, catch. And she's, Doug, no. So luckily, Doug comes to his senses and does not kick the baby to her across the room. But anyway, I saw this book, and the first person I thought of when I was looking through this was Brian at Scoons Comics. And I texted him a picture of this, and I knew he'd appreciate it because he likes these oddball books too. But yeah, anyway, there's Health Man for you guys. All right, let's move it right along. A book that, I don't want to say it's hot, but it's gaining some interest, and that is Superman, the Man of Steel, #22. And this is the first appearance, the first full appearance of Steel. Now, a lot of people will say that he first appears in The Adventures of Superman 500, but that's just a cameo of John Henry Irons. In this book, he actually shows up in full costume. This is where he creates the costume, he puts it on, and he calls himself Steel. So to me, that means first full appearance. And I was able to pick up 3 copies of this for 50 cents a piece. And I didn't realize it till I got them home, but these 2 have spine ticks. This book is extremely difficult to find without spine ticks. I'm not sure what it is about the quality of the cover is kind of like a cardstock type paper. So I'm not sure if that's the reason, but this book is so hard to find in like 9.6, 9.8. But yeah, there's also a second version of this, and that's right here. with, in my opinion, a much better cover. Man of Steel 22. And got 2 copies of that. Now, this is sometimes listed as the newsstand edition, but that's not true, or maybe it is true. Maybe that's what it's considered. But there is also another version of this with the barcode down here in the box. Now, that one is extremely hard to find. I've been looking all over and I've had no luck yet. There's a few of them on eBay right now. The high grade ones, people want like 40, 50 bucks. No way on earth I'm paying that much. But yeah, that's a book you guys might want to keep an eye out for. And I'm going to segue into my Second and Charles trip, because while I was at Second and Charles, I was also able to pick up 3 spine tickless copies of Man of Steel 22. Now, there are a ton of copies of this book out there. I must have seen, I don't know, 20 or 30, 40 copies of this. But like I said, it's really, really tough to find these without spine ticks. So, got those, and also picked up 3 more copies of this version. I think that's a killer cover. What do you guys think? I love that cover. I'm not the biggest DC fan, but that's a killer cover right there. All right, let's move it along. Probably the biggest book that I found at Second and Charles was this, Scar, Son of Hulk, #1. First appearance of Scar in continuity. And it's looking like, let's see, I paid $10 for this. This is a $50, $60, $70 book all day long. It's looking like I'm going to have to make part 2 of this video, guys, because I'm running out. I'll see you in part 2. Thanks for watching.